Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I wanted to give you a stretch video today. I've had a few requests for one of these and I've just been out for my daily walk, a nice long walk, so I was going to be doing some stretching anyway, so perfect time to film it for you. So you'll just need a few bits and pieces, a nice pillow if you've got one, or a cushion. You're going to need a band or a scarf or a dressing gown rope. If you have one, that would be great, just something you can fashion for our hamstring stretch. And if you have a blanket or a towel, for one of our stretches we're going to be using this just to aid us into the stretch. So a folded, rolled up blanket would be lovely, or a fairly smallish towel that you can roll up and use. So if you want to pause the video and just have them to hand. So we can start this on your feet or on your bum, cross-legged like I am. We're going to start off just by stretching out the shoulders like we always start the class. So sort of working from the upper body down. We're going to stretch out all of the major muscles. Quite a nice one to do if you've just been out for a walk or you've done some exercise. Really nice video to finish off your exercise, or you can really do this video any time of day, but probably best to do your stretches like we've said before at the end of the day when your muscles are nice and warm, or after some exercise, just because if you imagine the muscles are like plasticine. So if you have cold plasticine, it's quite difficult to stretch it, so the muscles are similar. You get a lovely nice stretch into the muscles the warmer that they are. But if you're doing this video in the morning, for example, then just take it nice and gently and don't force anything too much. But you can do this video any time of day. Okay, so let's get into it. So we're going to start with the shoulders. So we're just going to keep your arms by your sides. You can do this on your feet or just in seated. Just get into a comfortable position for you. And let's just start by circling our shoulders up and back like we start most of the classes. So thinking about bringing the shoulders forward, up, back and then down, sort of in a square, just in one fluid flowing motion. So really squeezing up to your ears, pinching the shoulder blades back together. Okay, you can bring your hands onto your thighs if you want to. Okay, let's start to lift the elbows up now, just like we do in class, just slowly spiraling out. You can take your hands onto the shoulders, so reaching the elbows up and taking them back. Okay, then if you can, let's do some arm circles to finish off. Big stretch here, opening up your chest, taking your arms back. Sorry, the angle's a bit funny just now, it's just because I've got it positioned for when I'm lying on the floor. This looks a bit funny. Okay, let's reverse that direction now, just starting with the shoulders on their own, so bringing them back up and forward. So hopefully when you're watching this video, we've got a bit better weather than we do today. It's absolutely pouring outside. Managed to get home just in time when the rain started. Okay, lovely. So let's start to lift your elbows up now, just slowly spiraling out. Hands onto your shoulders, pulling the elbows forward. Okay, good. So let's finish off with a few big arm circles, big stretch. Open up your chest, reaching all the way back. Let's do one more. Lovely. And then just shake it out and relax there. Good. So let's make our way down onto our backs now. And just take your band with you so you've got it to hand. So just taking your head onto your pillow, just get yourself comfortable. Okay. Keeping the legs bent. Let's start off with our hamstring stretch. So keep your lower back pressed into the floor to protect your back. Let's hug one knee in. Pop your band over your foot and try to keep your band in the middle of your foot. Okay, if you're using a scarf, you might want to just double it over your hand. So press your lower back into the floor and then we'll gently and slowly begin to straighten this leg up. So get your leg nice and straight first of all. And keep your legs straight and just see if you can lift up a little bit higher. Okay, and just stop in when you can no longer keep that leg straight. So you want to have a nice straight leg. So if you feel that your knee is doing this, it's slightly bent, lower your leg and then try to straighten it out a bit more. And you'll get more of an effective stretch doing it this way. Okay, so just keep pressing your lower back down into the floor. Let's relax into this stretch. Okay, good. We're going to hold that for another 5 seconds. Nice deep breaths. So keep your lower back pressed into the floor, and let's start to lower your leg down now. Just take your straight leg all the way down to the floor. Okay, good. So we're going to lift back up into the stretch now. So press your lower back into the floor, and then let's gently and slowly lift it back up. Okay, so if you don't have a band, you might just prefer to just keep your leg in your stretch. You don't have to lower it to the floor. So you might find that now your foot gets a little bit higher. Maybe your leg gets a little bit closer now. Okay, just hold it there. Relax into it. Just let your back of your thigh really relax out. Oh, tight hamstrings today. Let's do that again now. So keep your lower back pressed down. Let's lower back down to the floor, or just keep it lifted if you don't have a band. Good, and then we'll lift up one last time now, nice and slowly. Good, and just holding at the top. So press your bum into the floor now, and gently point your toes back to your head. So pointing the toes back towards your nose. Hello, hamstrings. Oh, relax into it. If it's feeling too nippy, you can lower your leg a little bit. It should just feel to the point of mild discomfort, so you shouldn't be in pain. So if you're feeling it too niggly, then just lower your leg and just take it nice and gently. Another thing to point out here is you don't want to be bouncing the leg. Sometimes you see a lot of people and they do this and they bounce their leg, but in fact, doing that can actually cause your muscles to tighten up even more. Our muscles have a really smart way of protecting themselves through their stretch reflex. So if a muscle feels like it's lengthening too quickly, it'll automatically try to stop that from happening, and your stretch reflex will kick in. So by doing that bouncing action, it can actually cause your stretch reflex to kick in, making your muscles actually stiffer and tighter in the long run. So you're best just to hold it in your stretch and just relax into it. Take it nice and slow and nice and gently. So to switch legs now, just bend in that knee. If you have a band, you can just switch your feet over. Let's get the scarf in the middle of your foot there, your band in the middle of your foot. Let's bring the other leg down on the floor. So you want to just make sure your legs are bent, this leg is bent, and you're pressing into all 4 points of your feet, so you've got nice grounded down into the floor and you're feeling supported and balanced. Press your lower back into the floor. When you're ready, let's gently straighten the other leg up. And it's quite common to feel different on one side compared to the other. This is my tighter leg. Okay, so nice straight leg again, just lifting up as high as you can without bending your knee. Relax into it here. Just take a few deep breaths, just let your shoulders stay relaxed as well. Okay, pressing down through your lower back, let's gently lower this leg to the floor. Good, keep pressing your lower back down as you slowly lift this leg back up into your stretch. Okay, good, so maybe just getting a little bit further this time. And still pressing into your other foot on the floor, just keeping that foot grounded. Let's do that one more time. Let's lower that leg back down, pressing down through your lower spine. And then when you're ready, let's gently lift back up. So a little bit higher. Okay, let's hold that for a good 10-15 seconds. Pressing your lower back still down into the floor quite firmly. Just protecting your back, and it also just helps to lengthen the top of your hamstring away from the bottom. Pressing your bum into the floor, gently point your toes back to your head. Oh, it's a bit tight. Lovely, guys, and then bend that knee in. Let's take that band to the side. Okay, Okay, good. Let's take it into our hip flexor stretch. So we're going to hug one knee into the chest, lower back press into the floor as you straighten your other leg away. Let your foot relax out to the side and then slide your leg out to the side away from your body. And just find that stretch in the top of that hip there. So just hold it again, just try to really relax into it. Relax your thigh, keep your foot really flopped out to the side. Pressing down through your lower back again. And by doing that, if you're pressing down through your lower back, you should feel the stretch right in, sort of in the front of your inner thigh. That's where you should be feeling this stretch. And some people feel this stretch more than others. Even if you're not feeling it, you'll still be lengthening your hip flexors. So if you're not feeling it here, or if this feels enough for you, just hold it there. But if you would like to, let's take this knee out to the side, just an inch or two away from your straight leg. Keep pressing your lower back into the floor, and you should instantly feel that stretch a bit more now. So we're trying to get into your psoas muscle, which runs from your lower spine to the top of your thigh, right through your hips and your pelvis. Relax into it, let your thigh relax out. Okay, let's give your glutes a good squeeze now. Squeeze in your bum cheek. It'll only be your bum cheek of your straight leg that you're able to squeeze here, because your other one is relaxed out. So hold it there, relax into it, let your thigh relax still. Good, and just relax there, guys. Lovely. Bring that straight leg back in. Let's hug that knee into your chest again as well. Just have a little rock out side to side. Give your lower back a little stretch out. Let's hug the knees out and in, just gently tilting your pelvis back and forth a little. And let's change legs now. So other knee hugged in, press your lower back down. Let's straighten the other leg away. Let your foot flop out to the side, and then slide your leg out a little until you find that stretch. And it'll be different for everyone. So lower back is pressed down into the floor. Concentrate on doing that, and just let your leg really relax. Breathing into your stretch, relax your shoulders down. Taking your knee out to the side an inch or two if you want to. Keep your lower back pressed down. Try to not let your hip lift here, so you want to keep the back of your hip really anchored onto the floor. Keep your foot nice and relaxed. Lovely, let's give the glutes a good squeeze now. Hold that for a few more seconds. Relax into it. Lovely, let's relax there. Bring that straight leg back into the middle. Let's hug that knee into your chest. Have another little rock out side to side. Relaxing out your back. You can also circle the knees round here one way and then the other. Just finding some nice movement for your back. Good. Let's take the legs down. We're going to move on to your side now. So let's roll onto one side. Okay, just get your upper body nice and comfortable here. Fully lying on your side, let's take your legs out straight. You can pull in your tummy muscles just to help with your balance here. And just doubling up your pillow if you need to for some more height. We're going to give your quads a good stretch out here now. So if you have trouble holding your foot behind your body, you can use a band or a scarf. Okay, so you can just kind of double your band over and then pop it over your foot and just use your band to hold your foot behind you. So that's a little modification. Okay, so if not, if you can take hold of your foot, let's do that. So tummy muscles in. Let's take that foot behind the body. Now try, if you can, try to not have your knee up here. Try to bring your knee close to your other knee. So knees are together, just as close as you can get them. Okay, so we're going to fully keep lying on our side. Try to not tip your body back. Hold your foot in towards your bum and relax into it. You'll feel that stretch right down the front of your thigh. I'm going to hold this for a good 10-15 seconds again. Okay, good. So let's take that leg out straight. Let's bend your knee in front of your body and just let your thigh relax. And we're going to do that just 2 more times. So let's take the leg out straight again. Let's take it back into that stretch. Okay, using your band if you need to. Holding your foot into your body again. And now gently push your hips forward. And you should instantly feel more of a stretch now. So your hips are pushing forward, but you're holding your foot close in towards your bum. Keep your tummy muscles pulled in here, and you're fully lying on your side still. Knees are quite close together. Relax into it. And also maybe feeling this into your hips, into your hip flexors as well. But really we're trying to get into these big thigh muscles, your big quads, which we have 4 of. Okay, let's take that leg out straight, or just bring that knee in front, just let it relax. So whenever we're doing stretching, it's always good to hold your stretch for 15 to 30 seconds, come out of your stretch and then go back in, because after kind of 15 to 30 seconds the muscles stop lengthening, so there's no point in holding it for any longer than that. I would say longer than a minute, there's no point. Come out of your stretch and then go back into it, and you should get a little bit deeper. So let's take it back into that stretch one more time. Belly button pulled in. Let's hug your foot into your bum. Okay, let's push your hips forward. And now this time press your foot into your hand. So just add in some resistance, and you should definitely feel more of a stretch now. So by adding that resistance, it helps to lengthen across the muscles a bit more. Pushing your hips forward still. And if you can, let's take your knee a bit further back. So just take your knee a little bit further back. You'll feel your hip flexors opening up now. Quite a deep stretch, this one. Let's hold that for another few seconds. Good, and relax there, lovely. Just bending that knee in if you need to. Okay, let's take it round onto your other side now. Okay, good, so fully lying on your side. Legs out straight to start with. You can use your band if you need to again. Let's take that foot in towards the body. Keep your tummy muscles in and just hold that foot quite close in, as close as you can in towards your bum. And let's just relax into it. Just let your thigh muscles soften here. Okay, lovely. Let's just take that leg out. We'll release that stretch for a second or two. And let's go back into it now. Okay, so this time let's push your hips forward as you hug your foot in. Keep your tummy muscles in a little bit. And again, maybe feeling tighter on one side compared to the other. Feeling a bit tighter on this side. And just let your thigh really relax. Okay, good. Let's come out of that stretch again, just letting that leg bend. Okay, let's do one more. So holding your foot in again, belly button in. Press your hips forward. Press your foot down into your hand. Quite a deep stretch, this one. Okay, just relax into it. Okay, so if you want to, let's try and take your knee a bit further back. Still pressing your hips forward, still keeping your tummy muscles in. Just to protect your lower back with this one. And just feeling all those muscles really lengthen right across your thigh, maybe into your hip flexors as well, this one. Lovely, guys, relax. Good. Okay, so let's take it up onto your hands and knees. We're going to do some cat-cow stretches here for our spine, for our back. So hands and knees, your knees are coming under your hips, knees hip width apart, hands underneath your shoulders, spreading out your fingertips here, keep your elbows nice and soft. Okay, so let's start with our cow stretch. So let your tummy muscles sink down to the floor. Your lower back is going to dip now, and then lift your head up in front of you. Keep your elbows soft and your shoulders relaxed, hold it in that stretch. And then let's pull your belly button up to your spine as you begin to arch up through your back, round out your shoulders, take your head all the way down. Okay, let's keep that going now. So into your cow stretch, lifting the head, elbows soft. And into your cat stretch again. Good, flexing the spine. And then we'll do one more of each in your own time. Might be able to sink a little bit lower. And then really arching up through your back now. Okay, lovely guys, let's take it back into child pose now. So sit back on your ankles, take your arms out, your head down, using your pillow if you need to here. Your knees can be together or a bit further apart. You can have your forearms on the floor, arms out straight, just whichever is a comfortable position for you in child pose. Okay, we're going to take it back onto the hands and knees. We're going to take it into quite a deep stretch now for the hip flexors. So we're going to need your blanket for this one. We're going to be holding this stretch for a bit longer than we normally do in the class. So we're going to take it onto the hands and knees again. I'll talk you through this one. Okay, so let's just have your pillow to hand, just have it sort of folded. Okay, let's slide your left knee forward, so left knee's coming forward. And your right knee is going to slide back a little bit. Take your left foot and then slide it in front of your right knee. And just let your left foot just sit in the front and the outside of that right knee. We're going to come down onto the forearms now. Okay, so if this is a nice stretch, a really deep stretch for your hips. So you should be feeling this inside that left hip and into the glutes as well. But we're trying to get more into your deeper hip flexors. So in particular your piriformis muscle, this one's really good for, and all those hip flexors around about that muscle. So if you're not feeling it here, let's slide your right leg a bit further back and just let your upper body sink down to the floor. Now this is when you can use your pillow. So if you want to take your pillow and just let it sit underneath that bum cheek, and you can just let that support the weight of this leg and this bum cheek here. So just relax into your stretch. You can take your head down here as well. Okay, so really quite a deep stretch. You can also just gently, very gently and very small movement, just rock your hips side to side a little bit. And you'll find the area where you really start to feel that stretch. So just pause there, relax into it. Try to take some nice deep breaths in this stretch. Nice deep breaths towards your belly button, just using your diaphragm, really relaxing into this one. Okay, so if you want to try taking your pillow, your blanket away, okay, you can see if that feels okay, and we'll just hold that for another 15 seconds. If not, just use your blanket to give you some support. Okay guys, let's bring it back up onto your hands. Slide your right leg in, and then you can unhook that foot there. Let's take it into child pose again. Bum back on your ankles, take your arms out, head down. Okay, let's take it onto the hands and knees again. We're going to take that stretch onto the other side. I'm just going to bring myself around so you can see. Okay, so onto your hands and knees. Let's slide your right leg forward this time. Left knee is sliding back. And then just slide your right foot in front of your left knee and let it just sit there. If you're struggling to get that foot in front of that knee, then just slide your straight leg a bit further back until your foot can get in front of that knee. Okay, so onto the forearms now. If you're not feeling it here, slide your left leg a bit further back. Okay, and then we're just going to hold it in this stretch. So this is when you can just pop your blanket just underneath that thigh there, just to give you some support. Because it can be quite a nippy one, this one. And that just helps to give you some cushioning as you ease into it, because we're holding this stretch for a bit longer than we normally do. Okay, we're just going to hold this here for a good 15 seconds or so. So nice deep breaths here. Really send your breath into your belly button. Let your breath fill you up like a cup, so using your diaphragm. And just relax all of your muscles a bit more as you exhale. And if you want to, you can gently tilt your hips side to side very slowly, very small little tilt until you feel that stretch. Okay, so if you want to take your pillow or your blanket away now, keep it there if you need to, and then just have a little gentle sway side to side of the hips, very small. Maybe just feeling that you can get a little bit deeper in this stretch now. Okay guys, let's bring it back up onto the hands. Slide your left leg in, you can unhook your foot. We're going to take your knees a bit wider now for child pose, toes together. And just start by sitting right back on your ankles first of all, and then let's take the arms down. So you can have your forearms on the floor here, or take them out straight if you want to. Take your head all the way down, tuck your chin to your collarbone. Good, let's take the arms out straight now. And then let's come up onto your fingertips. So lift up onto your fingertips, spread them out. You'll feel more of a stretch now into your shoulders. Just relax your head down. Good, let's take the hands back down and then slowly walk your hands over to your right hand side. Just keep your bum pushed back on your ankles. Hold it there, take your head down, get more of a stretch now into the left hand side of your back. Maybe just walking over a bit further if you can. Good, let's come back to the middle, just walking the hands back in. And then let's walk over to your left hand side. So just keep your bum pushed right back on your ankles, relax into that stretch. Maybe walking over a little bit further if you can. Good, let's slowly bring it back to the middle. And then let's come back up onto your bottom. Okay, good, let's take the legs out straight now in front of you. So you can sit on your blanket here or a pillow if you need to, just to help relieve the hamstrings. Bending your knees slightly if you need to as well. Okay, so imagine your helium balloons are on your ears now. In fact, I'm just going to position myself this way. So helium balloons are on your ears. Let's inhale as we bring your arms all the way up. Keep your shoulders back. And then exhale and take it all the way forward. So let your chin relax down to your collarbone here. Let your back soften. Okay, we're going to keep that going. So inhale, float the arms up, keep the shoulders back. Exhale, take it up and over. Try to get as close to your toes as you can. You can take your hands onto your legs here. Take your head all the way down. Relax through your back and through your shoulders. Okay, let's do that again. So inhale, lift up, keep the shoulders back. Exhale to take it down. Try to relax your thighs and your hips here. Okay, lovely. We're going to take it into child pose one more time. So making it onto your hands and knees again. We're going to keep your knees a bit further apart again, your toes are together. Sit right back onto your ankles first of all. Let's take your forearms onto the floor this time and then tuck your chin down to your collarbone and just relax into this stretch. So keep your chin tucked into your collarbone, but think about sliding your forehead along your mat. So you want to imagine a tug of war with the top and bottom of your spine here. So really stretching right down into all the muscles that connect all your vertebrae. So just keep pressing your bum right back onto your ankles. Let's hold it here, really relax into it, let your chest melt down towards the floor. And just try to get a really nice dip in your upper back. Okay guys, lovely. So you can take it up onto your bottom again or back into standing. Just going to take it onto my bum now with my legs crossed. Okay. So let's just do some circle rolls again. So reaching up to your ears, squeezing them back. Let's lift the elbows up again, so hands onto your shoulders if that's comfortable. Try to make a big a circle as you can with your elbows. Okay, good. Let's reverse the direction now, so shoulders on their own. Bringing them back up and forward. Okay, let's start to lift the elbows up. So opening up your chest, hands onto your shoulders. Big stretch here. Okay, lovely. We're going to clasp the hands together now and push them forward. Just round out through the back of your shoulders. Keep your shoulders down and relaxed. And then take your chin down to your collarbone into your squishy peach. Good, let's unclasp the hands now, open up your chest, take your arms all the way back and gently lift up towards the sky. Good, taking your hands down, chin to your collarbone into your squishy peach. And let's gently roll your chin up to one shoulder. Hold it in that stretch there. And then drop your chin and just roll up to the other side. And we're going to keep that going. So shoulders are nice and relaxed. Keep your head relaxed down. Let's do one more. Good, coming back to centre. Keep your head facing forward now. Let's tilt your ear over to your right shoulder. Slide your left hand down the side of your trousers a little bit tricky when you're sitting, but just try to pull that shoulder blade down. Good, let's bring your right hand and just let it rest on the side of your head. Really nice stretch right down the side of your neck and the top of your shoulder there. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, sink your shoulders down a bit more. Coming back to centre, let's tip over to your left shoulder, slide your right hand down, bring in your left hand, let it rest on the side of your head. Take a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, let your shoulders relax. Lovely guys, and then coming back to centre. Hope you enjoyed that video and you're feeling nice and lengthened now. So any suggestions for any more videos, as always, I'd love to hear them. You can give me some feedback if you enjoyed this video, let me know, and I'll hopefully see you soon at one of the live classes, or if not, again for one of the pre-recorded sessions. So thank you for watching everyone, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.